I wanted to take the time to show you some information that can be viewed in your child's Canvas app on their iPad. This is my home course. I'm Miss Daniel, your child's language arts teacher. And I wanted to start by showing you where you could actually view what your child's tests look like after they're taken. This is only for post-test or major test grades. You can scroll down to the button that says Unit Test. You'll see that here. Once you click this button, you can then click the unit after the test is given. So here you'll see we just took our Unit 1 test, so you can click Unit 1. Once you click here, you will then be able to view the test as well as the best answers. This is a great tool for you to use with your child as they are preparing each unit for the next test. Our tests are very similar. Each time we have one, there will be a reading passage and then there will be questions. So I would suggest using this as a tool to help them prepare. It's also a great resource if your child comes home and is concerned because maybe they didn't do well, then you can have this to go over each question with them and what makes these answers the best answers. Now, we're also doing this in class through something called test justifications, but I wanted you to know where this resource could be found. I also want to tell you about another resource that you can access using Canvas. In my Canvas course, there's also a square that's called Communication. At the beginning of each month, I send a monthly newsletter, but sometimes you might need to go back to that newsletter. So you can click Newsletter and Calendar, and then the month. I'm going to use August as an example. Once you click here, you can see the newsletter that I already send out through School Status, but it's a great way to go back. Notice it does tell you to make sure to view all pages. To do that, you would click the arrow, and you'll notice that this newsletter has 2 pages. I've also had a couple of questions about how to access work if your child is absent or quarantined. In my class, they can simply click this button called Makeup Work. Here, I will post what they need to do for the day they're absent. So they will click if they're absent on Monday, and then each step can be followed for them to not fall behind in class. I also try to make sure to post videos of what's happening in the classroom or videos to help them understand what we're doing so that they can stay with us even if they have to learn from home. This is just a short tutorial of some of the things that you can find in Canvas that might be helpful. Here's something else. We each have our own interactive notebook, but if your child leaves theirs in the classroom, they can click here to access a virtual or digital copy of the same information. The last thing I want to tell you about is called our Recorded Class Lessons button and our How-To videos. Each time I send a how-to video, I post it here so you can go back to it. Here's a couple I've already sent you this year, but you can always click that button to see them. And then lastly, the recorded class lessons. Each time we have class and we're learning something new, I try to post a lesson video from me teaching so that if your child is absent or if maybe they're struggling with something, they can go back and watch that video. Now you will notice it says if you do not see a lesson below, this means we spent the day reviewing or practicing what was taught the day before in small groups. But this is a great resource to help. I know Canvas can be overwhelming if you're unsure of how to use it, so I hope that you have found this helpful, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Thank you for all you do for your child.